Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Lori.
Tonight we're talking about Real Housewives of New York, season 15, episode number 7. This one is called Dodging Rumors. Dodgeball rumors, kind of lame.
The show was lame.
So it was. So we start out with Brynn, and she's talking about this crazy rumor about freaking the sheets and pregnant by someone else. And she's talking to Jessel, and Cy and Racquel are there, and they're playing dodgeball. And then we cut to 4 days earlier. I love when they do that.
No.
No, I don't like
No.
when they do it either. It's
No.
like, because it just shows how produced
Yeah.
Yes.
it is.
So 4 days earlier, it was Jessel, Jenna, and Popeye were just kind of walking around doing their thing. And then we see Aaron having lunch with Rebecca. It was the day after the Cinco de Mayo party. I'm glad they gave us that reference because you never really know like when these things are happening. Then Aaron tells Rebecca what Brynn said about the award from Nordstrom's Rack, which we agree Nordstrom's Rack is fabulous. And right.
And I thought Rebecca handled that beautifully. Like, well, what has she designed and what store are her products in?
Yep. What did she say? She's got $100 million company?
Yeah.
So good for her.
She said she's been in the water with real sharks, so Brynn's little comment is nothing.
Exactly. So then Aaron asks her how it works with being Jewish and a Scientologist. And Rebecca explains that Jewish is her religion and Scientology is more of a spirituality, like a way to live your life. It's not a religion.
To her.
I liked her explanation of that. I know that there are crazy stories about this, belief system. But I liked her explanation of it, or at least as to how it applies to her life.
Yeah.
How she applies it to her own
life. Yes.
Right.
So it's to her, it's more of like a philosophy.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. And helps her deal with things that come her way in her life, like good and bad.
That's what a lot of this Scientology is. It's a lot of like psychology, and it's a lot of self-exploration and just how you deal with things, and it really is working on the inner you. But she was trying to kind of brush it off a little bit that it's not a religion, but to a lot of people it is. I mean, it is the church
for sure
of.
No, I like the way she applied it to herself.
It's funny because I kind of thought that she was dodgy about it. Even in her confessional, when she says there's a lot of misinformation and maybe you should check it out and read a book or go online. The producer says, oh, you mean a book like Going Clear? And she's like, no.
Yeah, I'm going to look that book up.
That's that Lisa. Isn't that Lisa Remini?
Leah Remini? I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Is she the one who wrote it?
So.
Maybe.
I thought so. We'll have to look it up.
Google it.
I'm Googling it
Google
right
it.
now.
Yeah. She said, don't read that book. And she also tells us that when she was born, her parents were just learning about Scientology. And that being said, that when she turned 18, it was her choice to join the whatever, because she's saying it's not a religion, the Scientologists. So she made that decision herself. And someone was saying that she's second generation, which I guess she is second generation if her parents were, but she made the decision to do it.
Okay, so this says Going Clear is a book by Lawrence Wright. It says Going Clear, Scientology, Hollywood, and the Prison of Belief.
Yeah, it's I guess what she's calling
not Leah Remini, but Leah Remini had like a 6-part series or something on a network about it.
Yes, she did.
Exposed a lot.
Yeah, when they said it, that's just automatically who I thought they were, talking about, because she's such a big.
Well, she, was part of it and then left. So.
Yeah, but what I thought was dodgy about it is if you're telling us there's all this misinformation about it, well then why don't you tell us more about it? Don't tell us to go read a book and look it up online. Like if this is what you're practicing, give us Cliff Note version. That's what I thought was dodgy. And because then when the producer said, well, what book?
I don't think she wants to make her storyline about that.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I think she's being reserved especially because we know that in the middle of the season, because we saw her talk about it, somebody called her and said they're dropping an article about you being a Scientologist. So now, even if she wasn't being guarded about it before, she's definitely going to be guarded about it now because now they're dropping articles about it. So she probably doesn't want the high. She's Rebecca Minkoff. Like, she's got $100 million company. She's an accomplished woman.
Right.
And she probably doesn't want the focus to be on that.
Okay, I can understand
I'm sure she
that.
wants it to be on her business and her family life.
Oh, I can understand that.
Maybe that's why she was just like, if you want to learn more, go ahead.
Right. All right, I get that. Then we see Uba. She goes shopping for some decor for Oliver's house. She still wants to keep her apartment in New York City.
As she should.
Yeah, absolutely she should. Don't give up
She's
your
like
apartment.
Carrie Bradshaw. Don't give up that apartment.
Yeah. I did think it was a little odd that she's sitting down talking to the sales lady about her painful periods. Was I the only one that thought that was weird? It's not like it was her friend. It was the sales lady.
I was going to say, I'm hoping that it was a friend.
I don't think so.
Yes, that was very odd.
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, that's
I don't
not
even
like...
tell you guys about my menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
It's
at a store.
I thought that was strange.
And they're not great. Just for the record, they're not great.
Okay, thank you for sharing. I was like, this is a little odd that she's sitting down talking to this sales lady.
Yeah.
Like, she couldn't find someone to film this scene with her. I just thought that was a little odd.
Yeah, in public in a furniture store was not the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we see Sai. She's in the car. She's talking to her daughter, London. And Rebecca has invited her to go see her new collection, like a sneak peek of her Wicked collection. How appropriate that they timed it for the movie, which is all over everything, this Wicked.
Yeah. Yep. I thought the same thing. The timing, very coincidental, very convenient. By the way, Wicked is one of my favorite Broadway plays. And Tess and I were very excited when we saw the coming attractions. I love Ariana Grande. The other woman looks like she's amazing. But I have to be honest with you. The amount of commercials are turning me off to wanting to see the movie.
Too much.
And then Tess talked to my nephew Anthony, who's out in LA, and he told her that the movie's like almost 3 hours long, and it's only a part 1.
Yeah, that's what Matt said. Matt said it's only part 1.
Did you ever see the size of the book Wicked? I saw it at, I feel like I bought it at Windward Beach. They must have been having like a big garage yard sale thing or something. Anyway, I got the book for Anthony though. I mean, it's that thick.
Wow.
It's so big. So it makes sense that this is only part 1, but almost 3 hours.
That's a lot.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Who the hell wants to sit there that long?
I will be honest with you. I don't know the last time I saw so many products for one movie. I mean, Target has a whole collection.
It's overwhelming.
It's more stuff than I've ever seen before. It's hats, it's bags, it's shirts, it's cosmetics. It's everything is Wicked. Nail polish, OPI has a Wicked, like every facet of life right now. There is some product that Wicked is involved with.
That's what Anthony told Tess. He said the marketing budget on this film must have been astronomical.
Yeah.
It's almost like gluttony.
I sure hope Cynthia Erivo.
It what?
It's almost like gluttony, though. It's like, just stop. Like, you don't need your paws.
Exactly.
In every single aspect of everything to try and make money off of it. Just,
it's just a movie.
It just becomes,
just
too
a movie.
much after a while.
I could not agree with you more.
Yeah. And Matt said the bags were ugly. I was like, okay.
I didn't love them either, but I thought it was very sweet of her to give Sai's daughter one.
Yeah. I did too. I did also think it was a little odd that London's like, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that was such a setup for them to talk.
Seriously?
It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous.
So then Sai invites all the ladies to go play dodgeball. Go ahead.
I thought it was interesting how Rebecca offered Sai's daughter that bag after Sai called her boring.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
She got over that quick. I mean, yeah. Well, I don't think we're getting to see anything about Rebecca. Like, I think that production is focusing on this fucking Scientology thing, and that's what they're going to focus on. And we're not getting to see like anything else about her because production decided that this was going to be her storyline, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it seems like. And, it's not good. It's not good. So then after that, we see Brynn, Aaron, and Jessel are at lunch together. And Brynn said she just got out of work and she's got a team in New York and she's got a team in London. So, she's
Brynn
really
said
working.
that.
Yeah.
Brynn
So
said that, yeah.
she's working on that app of hers and she's going to London in 2 weeks. And her and Jessel kind of talk about that. Like she goes to London more than Jessel, and Jessel is like from London.
British.
And she has it on her like bio. And Brynn's like, I don't even have it on my bio.
Because she's not basic bitch.
So then Brynn said she called. Right. Well,
right.
There you go. Then Brynn said she called Jenna the day after Aaron's party and asked if she thought Jessel was a basic bitch. And Jessel said, well, what did she say? And Brynn was being Brynn and being dodgy. Well, she said, Jessel's cute. Brynn said, no, I need an answer. Yes or no? And Jenna said, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about it. But then they show the footage, and really what happened was Jenna actually said it's a joke about Jessel being basic because she's nothing but she's not basic. She's not basic at all. And then Brynn said, hold on a minute. Basic bitch is someone who tries too hard. So she was pushing that on Jenna, and Jenna said, I'll have to table that one. I'm not going to give you the basic bitch for Jessel.
And what's interesting is that Brynn's the one is pushing too hard.
100%.
She's the one who's over-sexualizing herself. She's the one that's running around town telling everybody what everybody else said about them. You're the one who's trying too hard. It's not cute. Your little I'm getting carpal tunnel. It's not cute. You look like an asshole. She's an asshole.
She really does look bad this season.
Yeah.
She really does. And it's happening every single episode. She's lying and stirring the pot. And it's always with Jenna. First it was Aaron with Jenna. Then it was Sai.
But then she flirts with her. And,
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super thirsty.
It's kind of really weird. Like, she really does need some therapy.
She really does. Yeah, no, it's just not good. It's not good. And then Jessel's like, well, listen, she always comments like how I look in my style. Like, is she lying to me? Now, poor Jessel's like questioning her friendship, which is exactly what Brynn wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly what she wanted.
Messy, messy, messy.
That's when Brynn in her confessional says, getting a rise out of Jessel is kind of funny. I'm also leaving out the part that I called her basic. She said it right in her confessional.
She did.
She loves stirring the pot so much she gave herself carpal tunnel, which is like, come on, Brynn.
Yeah.
It's really sad to me because I feel like she could have something like, was it Sai? Sai said on Watch What Happens Live, like she is a very bright girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's not stupid.
No.
She could be like a breakout star of this show. We could really find out about her. We could really help, like the audience could really help her business like skyrocket if she wasn't being such a pot stirrer for no reason.
Yeah.
Right. Just a mess.
Did anybody ever check to see if her app was up and running?
I did not. Okay. Then Brynn talks about the joke about Rebecca at Nordstrom's rack. So now how many times have we heard that? She keeps saying it over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron said, well, it is?
Riz, R-I-Z-Z, number one AI dating assistant.
Oh, it's number one?
Well, that's its own explanation.
Okay, there you go.
On the App Store. It calls itself number one.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, we're number one, too.
That's right. That's right.
Just in case you didn't know.
Yeah. So then Aaron says, well, she's Rebecca's kind of sensitive right now. And then that's when she's telling the story. I'll be honest with you. I knew that it wasn't real the whole time. Did you know, Kel?
No. But once I figured, only because I saw things online before I watched the episode where it kept referring to a prank. So I'm going to be honest with you though. At first I didn't, and then it clicked. I'm like, oh, this is the prank, and then I realized Brynn knew the whole time. Brynn definitely knew the whole time.
No, Brynn did not know.
No, I'm telling you, Brynn knew.
She whipped that prank.
She whipped that ball right at her stomach, and they were like, "What are you doing?" She knew.
She knew
for sure. I think it'll come out.
Maybe it will, but she did say, I when they were playing dodgeball, she's like, yeah, I checked around and it's true.
That's why I think she's lying.
Well, she's lying. All she does is lie.
No, I know. I'm just saying, I don't think she knew it was a prank when Erin told her.
Right.
Between Erin telling her and them showing up for dodgeball, she figured it out that it wasn't true.
Yeah. That could be. That could definitely be.
Yeah.
But this brings back to something that Kelly and I had talked about, I think, on our last episode. Different seasons are different things. And New York is the funny season. So this is the second prank. Erin did the prank with the cockroaches.
Okay.
At her house when she put the cockroaches, that prank.
Yeah.
Now she did this prank. And I guess this is what they want New York to be. I'm not here
landing.
for it. No.
It's not landing. Well, listen, especially when you, like, somebody said it. I don't know if it was the Brav Bros or somebody said it, and they're like, you're putting it in the trailer. Like, this isn't a joke. Like, you're making it like this is going to be a storyline. Like, that's stupid. Like, if you have to go to these great lengths to try to get people interested, it's not a good show. It's not working.
No.
If you have to start making up lies and passing them off as a prank, the show's not working. Start over or scratch it. Or bring back Luann and Ramona, for crying out loud. I can't
tell you. I read that all over online that they want the old cast back. They are so mad at this new cast.
You got to listen to David Yontif.
Oh, I haven't listened to him lately. Was he
I
going off?
To him. It was yesterday and today. He's talking about Jersey and who he thinks is going to come back and what it would look like. But he did bring that up, like Luann and Ramona. But he also said that Ramona's like banned from the network, and he said Ramona has absolutely no interest in coming back to the show. She's finally happy. She made her money. She got her bag. She's with a new guy, and she's completely happy not being on TV right now. But he said the other ones would come back in a heartbeat.
Well, I would love to see Sonia and Luann. I don't need to see Ramona.
I don't know if they'd bring Sonia back. Like, he was saying that because of the alcohol and the drinking.
Maybe we can get Sonia in rehab.
Bring Dorinda back?
We could get Sonia in rehab. Maybe.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that's how I felt about this prank. I just think it's ridiculous that this is what they're doing.
I do too.
It's not Jersey Shore. You're not Pauly D. You're not prank war champion.
No, exactly. You were grown women.
That's right.
I can't even believe Rebecca let them badmouth her like that in her relationship, even being a Scientologist and Jewish. Like, why would you want that out there? Even if it is a prank, like, I would never allow that. And she was in on it. Like, would you ever allow that?
No.
That you're cheating on your husband or that you're swinging and you don't know whose baby it is?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of... No.
What were you going to say, Laura?
I was just going to say exactly what Wendy said.
I thought so, because you started shaking your head when Wendy said it. I thought you were going to say the same thing.
Exactly the same thing. Like, it's screwed up either way. Either way.
Yeah.
Because
it reminds me of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Mm-hmm. I mean, and they're like, like, what?
And they really did that.
I know.
But yeah, why would you want... I totally agree with you guys. Like, I don't know.
It's a bad way to make your money. It's a bad way to make your money.
It's like you're selling your soul to the devil.
Yeah, it's
bad. That's it.
Bad. Like, you have kids who are one day going to hear this story, and depending on who they hear it from.
Yeah.
Right. So then after that, we see Racquel and Mel are meeting Erin and Abe at a gay bar, which is funny. Gabe.
It was so funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Abe says he has a girl crush on Mel, and Mel keeps calling him gay, which is gay Abe. So
I do like these two couples together, but I have to be honest with you. here for Racquel. I think she's great, but I think we've heard enough about her being a lesbian and how she got there.
I'm full up.
Do you agree, or am I just being snarky?
I'm full up.
Well, Abe didn't hear the story, so Abe wanted to hear the story.
I know, but how many times do we have to hear the story?
I don't know, but
come on, I'm here for it. I love it. I think she's great. I love Mel. I think I like Mel better than Racquel, but I think that's most people's opinions. But that's all she talks about, at least on the show.
Well, that's because people ask her, right? I don't know.
I guess.
Listen, I give Abe a lot of credit. You have to be very secure in your manhood to admit on national TV that when you were in college that, you weren't really sure and that you thought maybe you questioned your own sexuality, even though you've never kissed a man. But, kudos to him for that.
Yeah, I mean, we said it last week, though. I just feel like sexuality is fluid and you have a connection with who you have a connection with.
Not all men feel that way, though.
No, and you're right. Even if they had felt that way, not many men would go on national television and admit it.
Yeah, right.
It was just, to me, it was a little
good for Abe.
TMI, though. It was a little TMI. I don't care. I don't need to know. I don't want to know. It's just, keep that to yourself.
I'm going to say something, and I really hope I don't get flack for it.
Well, that's okay.
I feel like the last season of RHONY, before they all got fired, race was a huge issue. And that is the reason people didn't necessarily like that season, because we watch these shows for entertainment purposes and it's our guilty pleasure and we don't want it to get too serious. I feel like this season they're focusing heavily on sexuality.
Yeah, they're between Brynn's thing and everybody's sexual. It's just enough already. Vagina pictures under the table.
Yeah, I don't want to get backlash for this because I don't want to sound insensitive, and I love everyone, but we watch this show for entertainment purposes and it's our guilty pleasure, and we don't want to think too hard about anything when we watch it.
No, I agree with that.
So I want to know, when Mel said that Abe has a lot of lesbian sensibilities, what does that even mean? I know we're trying to get away from the sexual innuendo.
I'm here for that.
But I'm I was just puzzled for a moment because I was like, I don't understand. What? I don't know. I was like, okay, I just gotta
think she was kidding.
Maybe.
I think she was. I mean, they were kind of twinning. Did you see what?
They were totally twinning, and I didn't notice it until today when I saw it on social media.
I mean, they were twinning. He was trying to help her plan the party, the engagement party. I think that's what she was referring to. They connect, and she just happens to be a lesbian. They just connect.
Now, did anybody happen to see what the name of the bar was that they went to?
I did not.
It was the Bush.
Oh, that's great.
She did say it was a gay bar. It looked like a cafeteria, by the way.
Yes, she did say. Yes.
I mean, what bar has bright lights like that?
But that was the name of it. As they were opening the door, I saw the name of the door, and I was like, oh, that's good.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's great.
So I was curious to see if either one of you caught that.
I did not. No, I didn't.
I like it.
I do too. Next thing we see Jessel and her mom, they're going to go jewelry shopping. That was another odd scene.
Does Jessel work? Doesn't she work?
Well, she has her own company where she brings in Indian designers, right?
Yeah. So why is she taking Pavid's credit card? I mean, not only because I'm not doing this, by the way, but she went and spent a couple $1,000s. You work, use your damn money. What are you taking this credit card for?
I think because he's so damn cheap and he never wants to spend money. He doesn't buy her gifts.
Well, she did. You know what? Happy birthday to you, Jessel. You finally got your birthday present.
I think she gave it to her mother.
Yeah.
She gave it to her mother.
I think they both bought stuff because they had 2 trays there. Okay, this is for your mom and this is for you.
Yeah. So exactly. He's cheap. She's like, I get his credit card. I'm using it. He's cheap.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to spend money on a therapist. He wants to get a cheap therapist.
And now she's getting one from Mexico City.
I
was like, okay.
Because he's into food.
Right.
But I mean, come on.
She wanted to appeal to his sensibilities. I know. I think her mother gave her good advice. Like, she said to Jessel, maybe you need therapist.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
Which is funny because she was afraid to even tell her mother. Like, they don't believe in therapy.
Yeah. Her mom's like, you convinced me. You're right.
Did either one of you know what a push gift was?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I didn't know about that.
I'll be honest with you.
I'd never heard of that.
I only know from Housewives.
No. Yeah, no.
I never got one. I only know from Housewives. It's a big thing in the Housewives.
I think I knew about it before Housewives, but maybe not. No, I never
got one. Let's put it that way.
You didn't? I did.
No,
I got diamond earrings.
No, I never got a push present.
Okay, well, you're owed too. Oh, wait, you had a C-section.
I believe I am.
Wait, you had a C-section? No present for you. No.
You know what? That's why. That's why. I didn't.
I'm totally joking. I'm totally joking.
It doesn't matter. It's not like it's going to get me a present, whether you're joking or not.
So what happens next?
Well, they go to dodgeball. Isn't it interesting
that's what happens next?
We see them talking about Cy's hot mic moment. Like, I felt like that was breaking the fourth wall a little bit on Jeff Lewis. They're talking about that when they get to dodgeball.
Yeah. Did I notice it?
They brought up that Cy called Rebecca boring.
Boring, that's right.
And I think that's why they did this whole prank. So she could prove that she's not boring.
Maybe I get it now. Okay, I say, yep.
And gosh, I mean, listen, she is boring. And
I mean, I just feel like they're not. I feel like production's making her look boring. They're pushing the Scientology thing. She's not falling for it.
Right.
So they're like, well, fuck you then. We ain't going to talk to you about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
What about what Jessel shows up wearing with those padded shorts?
I like how they called her Sporty Spice.
Yeah.
They call her.
Yeah.
Sporty
with
Spice.
her 80s workout clothes.
Yeah. It wasn't a bad idea, though. She looked,
she looked cute.
Yeah. Because those dodgeballs hurt when you get hit with them.
I know. I'm not playing dodgeball. Ever.
I don't want to play dodgeball. I'll wear a helmet if I play dodgeball.
I hated dodgeball.
No dodgeball?
That's all I got.
I hated it my whole life. And I'm sure as shit not playing it. Ever. Never. No.
I remember playing that in elementary school at Midstreams on the blacktop. You both your kids went to Midstreams. When you walked out the gym and the blacktop was there? That's where we played dodgeball. Like, you fell, you got hurt.
Yeah. There was no messing around.
All right, so I'm not going to play in a dodgeball tournament? Is that what you're saying?
No.
All right.
It's a hard
no. Dodgeball.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm glad that Jessel went right up to Jenna, though, and asked her about the basic bitch thing.
Definitely. And Jessel said, I believe Jenna.
Yep.
As she should.
Yes, she should. Obviously.
She should.
Yeah. I don't want to hear about it anymore, though. I don't want to hear about the basic bitch thing anymore.
So, what's her name? Erin shows up with her denim jacket, and then she takes it off and she has on the white tennis outfit. Where was she going?
I don't know.
And then she's
making fun of Jessel. I'm like, Jessel's more appropriately dressed than you.
I know. It's like,
what are you wearing?
And then what the heck was Jenna wearing? I don't know. And then Brynn has on the chest guard to protect her boobs.
Yeah.
And Uba, actually, she's like, I'm not even playing. I was like, yeah, she's probably
I thought it was great when they showed all them making them like mean faces, and then you see Uba eating a croissant.
Yeah, right.
That was funny.
That's probably like the best thing of the whole episode. I thought it was a bad episode.
Yeah, I did too. I just
don't love this season. And then, so they bring it up. So Jenna innocently, naively says to Rebecca, they were all talking about you. And she didn't want to tell her right then and there. But Rebecca was obviously pushing to hear about it right then and there so they could cause a scene. And then
I like that Jenna did it, though.
Me too. And then she acts like she's all pissed off at Erin, and they walk outside and start laughing. Fucking weird.
It was weird. It was stupid. I mean, there was no point to it.
No. I mean, if this is what you're down to, this is where you're going.
Yeah.
Especially following what the Housewives of New York was. This is what you got. Lame.
Right.
That's so funny coming from you, Lori, because you didn't
I
even
know.
watch the old New York Housewives.
But I know.
You started with this one.
Yeah, but I know
I
enough.
know.
I know enough about it to know that, you know, you had big shoes to fill, and this is how you're choosing to fill them. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not landing for
So
more.
Cy was on Watch What Happens Live with Jeff Lewis. Did you see that?
I did. I saw that. Yep.
I don't think I finished it. Did you finish it, Laura?
Yeah, I finished it. Yeah, I watched it.
So
he's
Jeff
not a
Lewis
fan.
really was going in hard of Brynn. Not a fan of Brynn at all. As he shouldn't be, because you know what? She was stirring the pot and, you know.
She was making it like he called her a prostitute, which he never did.
All right. I think it was so funny when he said, listen, I've substituted my grandmother, you know, God rest her soul, for many years. And as far as I know, she was not a prostitute.
I did not like how Jeff said that he saw Teresa Giudice in the back in the green room. What was she doing there?
That was a little strange. That was strange.
I wish they would have explained why she was there.
Yeah. I wonder, I didn't watch the after show. I wonder if it was on the Watch What Happens Live after show.
I think she's pushing hard for a spinoff, and God, please let her have it so I don't ever have to watch her again. I think she's pushing hard for a spinoff. So maybe she's just showing up at Watch What Happens Live to try to get in Andy's ear. Who knows?
That would be weird.
But this is, did you put it past her?
No, but this is the thing. Like, she's gotta be like hurting for dough real soon. Because
that's what they're saying.
I don't think she's this big saver. And if that's where her money was coming from, and she was spending like there was no tomorrow, I mean, you got to.
And he was spending like there was no tomorrow.
Right. And now he's got all his bankruptcy issues and all his failed business ventures. So I would imagine she's got to be scrambling to try and make the doski. And I'm wondering if that's why. One of the reasons why G is not following up on her law career is because she needs to help her mom make some bank.
I've read that too. I hope that's not true. I'm not a big fan of Gia, but I don't want to ever see somebody give up, if they don't have to, like what they really want to do to help their parents financially. But it happens.
She's still paying off the IRS. She still has that big debt.
Another one. Right? Like a more recent one, not the one from back in the day.
No, that one still exists too. And she's paying off Joe's portion of it too. No, that still exists.
Because I saw a thing with, from her podcast, and it was her and Gia, and she was saying how, oh, Gia, remember when you were little and I used to take you into the city like 3 times a week, and, you know, you never got any parts, and now all of a sudden, you know, see how it all works out? Now you're getting the parts that you always wanted to get. I'm thinking to myself, no, I think she's getting the parts that you always wanted her to get.
Yeah, and what parts is she talking about? Are we going to see her in any upcoming movies?
No, that new show.
What are they even talking about?
That new show, that Making It in
Manhattan. Oh, the Maid of Manhattan, even though none of them, or most of them
Making it in Manhattan.
Making it. That's right. That's
making
right.
it. So,
all right.
But it was just this weird little interaction between the two of them from the podcast. It was on like a clip, and I thought to myself, you know, now all of a sudden it's always been Gia's dream to be, I don't know. It was just odd.
Well, she did the first 2 seasons. You do see Teresa bringing her into the city to model and try out.
Right, I did
audition.
I did watch that on when I watched the first 2 seasons. Yeah.
Even watching her try and do the shots, the headshots, and how she kept overdoing them and over glamming her up when she was just a little girl.
Yeah.
That was hard to watch. I'll be honest with you. Oh,
yes,
I'm not a stage mom. And all she was like, she was a stage mom on steroids.
Yeah. Right.
Like
she's like, they said no makeup. She's like, just a little lip gloss.
Yeah.
And I thought they were opening a restaurant together, Teresa and Gia. So what's the real story?
Who knows? I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I think they're like us. I think they're just throwing spaghetti on the wall to see what sticks.
Well, that's what I was saying. She's got to starting to hurt for dough soon, because she's got to keep up what she's got, which is a lot.
Yeah.
You know, plus, like you said,
and that's what David Yontef was saying. Yeah. He was like, what does Louis do? Like, what does Louis do? And he said, I go back and forth thinking that we can't have New Jersey without Teresa, but I don't, like, he's basically saying, like, they're not going to let Louis back on. And they shouldn't. Like, I've said this since the first season he was on. That guy should not be on TV. Nobody, he is a liability, that guy. And I'm sure there's been threats of a lawsuit by him and Teresa if they fire her. I don't know under what premise. I'm just saying, I'm sure they've thrown that out there.
I have to ask
But
Bo.
what does this guy do for a living?
We'll have to ask Bo Deed. Odd name.
So have you seen the latest on Teddy Mellencamp? She spoke today.
I didn't hear it. I'm going to listen to that tomorrow.
Well, she said a whole lot of nothing when she spoke.
Okay.
She just acknowledged it. But did you see the rumors now that supposedly her husband put out that it was actually her and Kyle that are having the affair?
Did he really? I saw something real quick before I went to CCD. Did he really say that?
I'm not 100% sure. I did see it was posted that he said that. And then in her podcast, she said that I can't really talk about this just yet. And Tamara's like, well, the other side is talking and making allegations. And
but
then
I
Kelly
also
Dodd,
heard that she was with this guy when his wife was giving birth to their child. Was that true?
I heard that too. And then Kelly Dodd came out and said that she knows the whole story.
How does she know?
She said she spoke to Robin, but we don't know who Robin is. That may be, I don't know who Robin is, but she knows the whole story. And she also said that she hopes Edwin gets full custody of the kids. I was like, whoa, Kelly Dodd, you're going in hard. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the, is it Kyle? Is that what's going to come out?
Could you imagine?
And that this other guy was just a cover?
And so was Morgan.
I mean,
I'm sure Kyle's friends, there's a friendship there with Morgan, but
right.
That would be insane.
Yep.
She'll see.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
And Edwin really came out and said this?
I saw that he said it, but I didn't see it like on his page. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I I don't know if he really said it. That's what they are saying he said. And it's not like, I don't think we're going to be hearing from the two Eds podcast anytime soon. Although I didn't think we were going to hear from Brittany and Jax either. But
what's she saying? I saw that real quick. She's saying that rehab did not change Jax.
Yes, I was listening to that pod. Wasn't even her. She was on that Bravo podcast, and she was talking a lot. We're going to find out a lot. The Valley is going to be a good season.
It is. Hey, because I don't really listen to Give Them Lala. Why did her
Jessica
leave?
I don't know.
Isn't that like her longtime friend?
She was on the podcast for 3 years. She was her personal assistant. She called to her ride or die. They did everything together. And all of a sudden, because I do listen to her, she's like, oh, that's my ache and relief that Jessica's not going to be here anymore. And she's going to go fly with her wings. And her brother Easton's like, yeah, fly. And then all of a sudden on TikTok, I saw Jessica say that she wanted to say goodbye. She wasn't able to. She didn't want it to end this way. So,
what does this all mean?
Lala must have fired her. But why?
Right. Why?
Why? Why would Lala fire her? I don't know. That's the story I want to know, too.
A lot of crazy shit happening on Bravo. You got to wonder if any of it's real.
Well, I will tell you something that is.
I totally agree. Even the whole Teddy thing. I'm like, is this real?
Well, she's trying to protect the children right now. So I do think there's got to be some truth in some of it. Just where the truth lies, I don't know. But what I do know is true is Candace had her baby with Chris Bassett, a little boy.
Yeah.
So God bless. He's adorable.
Yeah, so cute.
Yeah. What else do I know is true in the Bravo gossip world? I guess that's it that I could confirm. Only because I saw the baby.
Exactly. The alleged baby.
Yeah. All right. I guess until next time, unless you guys have anything else.
No, but we forgot to do the quote and the would you rathers. I will get that together for our next one.
I didn't know we had them. Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll do it next time.
We don't have them.
No, next time we'll do it.
I thought Lori had them and we forgot to do them.
I said we forgot to do them for this episode, and I will make sure that we have them for next episode.
Got it.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Okay, listen, I want to remind everyone, go to our social media. We're running a contest. We're giving away a beautiful embroidered tote that says "We Wine Whenever," and go check us out.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.